Hi, and welcome to another podcast of the Fertility Happy Hour with Sandra and Leanne. This episode, we have another success story for you, and this is a story about Suzanne who came to us. I think she was 42 or 43 at the time. She had gone through so much, you guys. She did the IUIs, the IVFs, miscarriages, everything else. She just had gone through a lot of struggles. And I have to say, when she came to see us, she was kind of at a good place, but she does talk about the struggles, where she was when she came to see us, and kind of how she felt that our treatments and coming to see us really had helped her finally have a successful pregnancy at 43 years old, you guys, 43. So this is just a great, heartwarming story. I hope you guys enjoy.
Welcome to the Fertility Happy Hour. We are Sandra and Leanne, your fertility besties, here to bring some fun and laughter to your fertility journey. And of course, lots of tips, hints, and tricks. So kick back with your favorite mocktail or a cocktail, and let's have some fun.
Awesome. So I am here with one of our former clients. I want to say student because I feel like you graduated at the top of the class. But no, we're here with one of our previous clients, Suzanne, who just has like an awesome success story. And in a way, like you were one of our top students because I felt like when you came in, like you were just doing everything. Like sometimes when we see women, they're at such a like low point, but you had already gone through that and you were you were just kind of at a high point, but like still needed a little bit of coaching and guidance, just through some of the tough parts. But you definitely had kind of done a lot of work yourself. But just if you could just give a little description of like how you felt you were coming into, the treatments before you started seeing us and like when you started seeing us.
Sure, yeah. I feel like when I finally stumbled upon you guys through a friend, a colleague, she had told me about you guys. But prior to that, I had gone through so much medical. I was going through everything that I could do medically possible to try to get pregnant. I had froze my eggs at 35, tried to get pregnant at 38, but I lost all my frozen eggs. We had to go through IVF. So I went through multiple rounds of IVF, all ending in miscarriage or failure to implant. My partner had gotten a reversal. So that was even a big thing.
Oh my God, that's right.
Remember that? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is so crazy. You guys have
so
gone through so much.
So he had gone through a reversal. We were trying naturally, but still everything was ending in those early losses or miscarriages. Yeah. So we did everything medical. I mean, by the book, supplements and everything you could possibly think of. And in medical intervention, obviously, to even surgery. And I had fibroid removal surgery. I forgot about that. I always forget about that. I had a fibroid too. So so everything medical, but nothing really worked. Nothing brought us the baby. And so by the time I stumbled upon Reinventive, I was at a point where I needed to do everything more spiritual and something that actually and less stress, because I was so type A personality, trying to get everything done in the right way, in the right order. And when I found you guys, it was something new, something different, something I didn't know about, still very medical, very professional, and very scientific, however, just very different,
Yeah.
And I had gotten, when I came to you guys, I was like, I'm going to give it my all. I'm going to go into this, like you said, it's just a new chapter. So I was so excited to be able to start with you guys, but that was our journey beforehand. So when I came to you, I was ready for whatever you had for me.
Yeah. And you gave like the short version of what you have been through. Like I remember going through your consult and I was like, oh my God, this poor girl has just like, you really had gone through it all, and just the miscarriages and just everything, But yeah, like, you did have like such a great open mind to trying something new. And, that's something that Leanne and I definitely try to incorporate in our treatments is like, it's not just like the medical stuff, and like since you had gone through all that already, we do try to make it less stressful, but also try to focus on like different areas, like just like your mindset and things like that. And you were like so open to anything that we were throwing at you. So we were like appreciative of you being open and taking our suggestions and doing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you were so, you guys were so supportive when I came to you with all of that. There's, you can do your nutrition and you were supportive with that. You can do your supplements. You guys turned me on to a few new supplements, the exercise, the meditation, the podcast. It's still with me. All is well and all shall be well.
Oh yeah, I know.
Is the one.
I still listen to that podcast too. I love her.
So great.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, she got me through. And there was one that I think I even shared it back to you the one time because it was like, everything's so stressful, always a waiting game, and after so much loss, it's like, is this going to stick?
Yeah.
The one that was like, because you always go to the negative, but there was one that she had done that was like on the positive. The other part though, too, when I came to you guys though, it was, you do so much, all of those things, but when the therapy that you guys gave, you actually like felt like you were waking up the body parts used to hold and support a baby, like that was different. I walked away feeling like I did something.
Oh, that's awesome. And it's really hard to like explain to women because I feel like people do turn to IVF too quickly because they can explain to them what they're doing. And, it's like, we're taking this, we're doing this. And they're like, oh, okay, I could see that. But with our treatments, it's more like, this is what we're doing, but like, you can't really see, you know what I mean? Like, we can't really draw a picture of what the uterus and the ovaries are doing while we're doing the treatment. It's like, you have to have like, that kind of imagination where you're like picturing it and saying like, okay, like, yes, like I could see it working. And like, and sometimes like, if you believe it, then you'll start to feel, feel that.
Yeah.
So, that's just awesome that you felt that way. Like, I don't know if I ever knew that you like actually, because some people just don't say anything when they leave. They're like, all right, see you later. Like,
yeah.
Like, all right, great. But no, that's so good to hear that you actually felt something, when you left.
Yeah, because even even you feel like this, soreness or whatever too, just because you were such those parts, but like, oh, that's where all that stuff is,
I know,
like,
yeah. You
just
just
kind of
don't,
fuse you into it. Yeah.
I know. And like if you ever get bad cramps, like I actually use that, like you can kind of do like a little massage to that area to help ease the cramps.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's helpful even after you have the baby.
Yeah, that's awesome.
No, but that's so good to hear. So do you feel like it's something that would really benefit other women who are trying to get pregnant too? And like, either naturally or, some people think that IVF is the only way, but I mean, you did IVF.
Yeah.
You kind of did both. So
I did both. Yeah. And for me, this was the only successful IVF, the only thing that,
that's right.
Where I say, like, I felt like you kind of awoke my uterus or whatever you want to say, but like, it wasn't working well beforehand, even with all the IVF. So now the combination of it for me was the ticket, I would absolutely recommend it. I think it's hard. Like, I'm so thankful that my friend had interviewed you guys on a podcast, and that's how she told me.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yeah. And, I was fortunate to find you guys. So, I think that more people need to know. And I hope this is the way there. So,
well,
and just for you guys too. I mean, you were so supportive. Like, I remember, being on my 2-week wait, and I was like texting Leanne and like telling her like how stressed I was and all this other stuff. And like, here I am. And you guys were just just supportive throughout the whole thing anyway.
I do remember that you had like a freak out, and Leanne's
I did. I totally freaked out.
Should I call her? I'm like, yeah.
She's
like, there's so much I could tell her like to do to try to relax and like, because she's, Leanne and I have different stories of our journeys. But she's been in your shoes, and a lot of women, that 2-week wait is like probably the most, I mean, it's 2 weeks. That's a long time. And
Yeah.
like you can't, as much as you're like, I'm not going to think about it, you're going to think about it. Like,
Yeah. Oh
I'm
gosh.
sorry,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be on your mind. So,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, we're glad that we were able to kind of help you through that for sure.
Yeah. And then because you guys had shot me some meditations that were the ticket for me
Yeah.
during vacation, before I even got out of bed. So,
Oh, nice.
I think that, and ongoing, you kept in touch with me throughout the whole thing too. So that's awesome.
I
Awesome.
know. Yeah. I mean, it's just like I said, like you were one of our like star students. But it's just so great to like, like we become close to people that we work with, and like, and we just
Yeah.
want to make sure that, I don't know, that you're still doing well, like we just still
Yeah.
keep tabs on you. And we love just hearing about, especially like after having a baby and like, just how happy you are and just,
Yeah.
we knew how badly you wanted this
Yeah.
and
And
we're
here
just
we are. All that
yeah,
hard work
I
is,
know.
I don't even really think about it now, because we finally made it, so
Isn't it crazy? Like,
yeah.
you're in the thick of things, like when you're going through that and like, and now that you're on the other side, it's like, you can't even imagine. You would
Yeah.
probably like, would you do it all over again? Like everything?
I
Like,
would. I
yeah,
would. Yeah, I would.
I
And
know.
and to keep, like, I'm 44,
I know. Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's
So
right. You were 43 then when
43.
you got
Yeah.
pregnant.
And then I had him at 44. Yeah.
Wow. And your pregnancy was like smooth sailing, right? Like you didn't have
Yeah,
any
my
issues.
pregnancy was great. After, I
Yeah,
was tired in the beginning, but like I didn't have any complications or anything, and everything was thankfully great.
that's so awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Suzanne, thank you again. We're just so happy that everything is working out and that you have this amazing, beautiful boy and
Thank you.
that everyone's healthy and happy and that, you just, everything that you've gone through has been so worth it, and that you don't have
Well, thank
regret.
you. Yeah, I appreciate both of you. So,
Oh God,
thank
anytime.
you so much.
And if you ever want to commiserate about like motherhood and just sometimes how you're like, why did I want to have kids? Like
Yeah,
sometimes I'll
right.
be like, wait, why did I want this again?
Why did I work so hard for this
Exactly.
again? Yeah.
You can totally reach out to us because there's definitely times that Leanne and I are like, what the hell? It's like,
Yeah, I'm sure.
yeah. Especially when they start getting like older and they start talking back to you. That's always fun.
Yeah.
But feel free to reach out if you ever want to vent about that stuff too, because we
Well,
have
thank you. I
a lot to
appreciate
offer on that too.
it.
But thanks again for sharing your story.
You're
I think it's
welcome.
going to be so like motivating and just inspiring for a lot of women.
Thank you so much. Well, if you ever need anything, let me know.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you again.
Good to see you.
All right, you too. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. What an amazing episode, right? Oh my gosh. Even just after I interviewed her, during the interview, I was blown away by some of the things that she was saying. I had no idea how awesome she felt during the treatments. And it was just really great to see her on the other side now, because I remember treating her. And even though she was mostly in a good place, I mean, she still had those periods of anxiety that we all get. So it's just great to hear how somebody kind of got through that and is now on the other side, and how she felt while she was going through things. So we definitely want that for you guys, So as always, if you're in the area near Westchester, Pennsylvania, which is about a half hour outside of the city of Philadelphia, you can come see us for treatments. Just go on our website. You can book a free phone consultation. Our website is reinventivefertility.com. We're also coming out with a live 6-week fertility class. It's like a fertility prep class to get yourself ready for if you are planning to doing IVF or if you're still going to be trying naturally, just to figure out what the issues are that are going on in your body, because you don't want to go into IVF without really trying to find some answers as to what is causing the block. And also, if you're just not into the IVF route and, you've just have tried everything else, this class is really going to give you awesome insight on how to systematically go through every little thing that you might not have been thinking of before, that as clinicians we have seen and, have our clients go through, and just kind of like a check-off list and things that you can do also to optimize blood flow, to improve lifestyle, to really help your cellular health, to get the best eggs possible so you can really increase your chances of getting pregnant. This is the class for you. So you can get on the wait list. You can DM us on Instagram, Reinventive Fertility. You can go on our website, email us, or call us. You can find that all on our website, reinventivefertility.com. All right, until next time, see you later.